Hello, fellow YouTubers. Welcome to part 8 of the Ocarina of Time 3-Heart Run. If you are unaware, which I guess can happen, last time we entered Jabu Jabu's belly, got the boomerang, got the map, the compass, beat the mini-boss in one hit, beat the boss in a few hits, and then we stopped the part there. So, that's what got accomplished last time. Now, this time, if memory recalls correctly, we are going to become Adult Link. And let me just explain why I'm recording audio right now. And I know for people who are subscribed and have been watching, this is probably getting really redundant and probably annoying at this point. So I do apologize to you, but for people who don't know, this would seem kind of pointless to be recording audio over a game afterwards. And that's because when I recorded the audio, I was too far away from my microphone, so about none of the audio is actually hearable. All you can hear is the game. And that really sucks because then Nintendo can be dicks and be like, well, we want to monetize your video. Plus, this solves that problem. This was the last part that I did in that sitting that day, so I don't know if part 9 will be better, but we can only hope, because it would be really miserable if I had to do this again for another 6 parts, because I have 6 more parts already recorded after this. That would really suck. But anyway, if you're wondering what a 3-Heart Run is, a 3-Heart Run is where you play Ocarina of Time, or I think it's any Zelda game, but it's the only one I'd ever dare doing it on, and you try to beat the game without getting any extra hearts. You don't pick up hearts after you beat bosses, you don't pick up pieces of heart, none of that. You try to beat the game with the 3 hearts that you start the game off with, and it has its difficult moments, but for the most part this game is stupid easy. Just about any other Zelda game I wouldn't try it on. The 2D Zelda games have, like, the enemies are harder to hit, and because of that, those games are pretty much off the table for me. Majora's Mask I wouldn't do it on because predominantly Georg, the boss of the 3rd dungeon, he's the main reason. But also, yeah, it's pretty much just him. And Wind Waker I wouldn't do it because I don't know the game well enough. And that's pretty much the excuse for any of the games after that. I don't know them well enough. I know them enough to beat them, but not well enough to go through with 3 hearts and actually succeed. So we're going to get Fair's Wind while we're here, because with Fair's Wind there is a key skip in the Water Temple. Not that I think I'll be using it. I'll probably just show you guys, and if I remember the spot where it's done. And then that way, if you guys get stuck, or if you're playing on an emulator at home, which I've done before, this is actually the 2nd time I've recorded myself playing Ocarina of Time. The first time, I got all the way to the Water Temple, and I got stuck in, right after you get the long shot, you have to shoot the switch with the bow, the eye switch. It's the main room of the Water Temple where all the other rooms are connected to it. It's the 2nd floor, you have to shoot the bow to activate the switch, and then long shot over, but because of the limitations of the ROM and the emulator, it was almost impossible to do it, and I just gave up. There was no way it was going to happen. So this is actually the 2nd time I've played Ocarina of Time and put it up on one of my channels. Granted, that channel is long gone. Like, it's bad. A long time ago. But yeah, if you were wondering why we had the Lens of Truth, and I know for subscribers this must be the most annoying thing, because I milk this for like 5 minutes of the audio, but we already did the well in part 3. Then again, for new subscribers or new viewers who heard me say in the last part, and I couldn't remember what part it was, that we got the Lens of Truth, it's part 3. That's when we enter the well. So if you were wondering how that glitch works, there is the video. Feel free to watch it. It's okay, I guess. This video will probably be really boring, and I'm gonna be honest, I probably should have started the video like this, but feel free to leave. I will not be offended if the viewer retention is about 4 minutes. There is no way that my talking over this will make it more interesting, let alone the fact that this is one of the most boring parts of the game, and I could not get up that ladder. this is one of the most boring parts of the game because it's so story driven, and that's fine. I mean, you can't really do anything about that, but at the same point, it's hard to sit down and watch, I'm sure. So if you guys want to have a mass exodus and just all roll out, that is perfectly fine by me. I will not be hating on you guys for doing that. Feel free to. Just before you do, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Probably not share, but feel free to comment or like it and subscribe, because I do want more subscribers. I feel like I might just get to certain points where if I hit them, I will reward these subscribers in one way or another. I'm thinking like maybe if I get 100 subscribers, I will finally do that rap that I was promising you guys God back around the time that I was about to start Monday's Mudlup. So that was back July 2014. There are probably no subs who still actively watch from back then, but that was the goal back then. So if I hit 100. If I hit 100 subscribers, I'll probably do one of those and try to make it as nice as possible, actually do a video for it and everything. But I figure if I get maybe like 250, I'll start doing other stuff. I don't know if I'm going to actually get the subscribers that I want this year. And that would really suck, you guys. So really, share this video. But we're at that point in the game where we are reliving Link's dream at the beginning of the game. It's a mad sense of deja vu, but it's pretty cool when you play through it the first time. You're like not expecting. Well, I mean, I wasn't. I was like 4 or 5, so of course I wasn't expecting it. But in hindsight, it's pretty obvious it's coming. You know, you're in the same area. Granted, you don't have the same equipment. So, I mean, I guess it could be debatable if it's obvious what's going to happen. But yeah, I've started a new Twitter channel, and I really welcome you all to follow that channel, because that will probably be the best way to communicate with me after a while. I think the Q&As will have to be moved to Twitter. Granted, you can still ask questions on Ask.fm. I still check it, but I still have no questions on it. But I figure if people, still want to do it that way, if they prefer the anonymous route of it, I will probably gather up questions from there too, if there are questions. But the Twitter channel will most likely be the way to communicate questions with me, to keep up with me and see when I put up videos, in case YouTube's, being stupid, which YouTube is prone to do. I was also thinking of doing a special video, but I don't know when I want to put it up. I might just do it for next Thursday, because, it needs to happen at some point. I feel like I do a lot of complaining about YouTube in general, and I debate doing a list of my top 10 favorite YouTubers. I don't know how I'd want to do it, if I would just want to, do it like a normal video where I'm like, okay, this is this YouTuber, and talk about him for like 30 seconds or whatever, and then move on. Because I feel like that might be boring, and you wouldn't really get the full experience of the YouTuber. But at the same point, there are some YouTubers on my list who are far too big for me to ever get a hold of, really. Like, I mean, there are people on my list who have like 2-3 million subscribers. There's no way they'd actually listen to my request when I have 43. And in reality, there's like 2 active subscribers in there, and that's about it. So, I mean, granted, I do think that would be cool. I might just, get a picture of them, screenshot a video, and put it in there. I don't know. But I do want to do that. That way you guys at home who have been subscribing for a while could get more of an accurate picture of the YouTubers I like, and see what makes me do things the way that I do them. Things like that. But who knows? I probably will be doing it soon. Because I was debating doing it in April, but it's one of those things where it's like I like the idea, and I don't want to wait that long to do the idea. Maybe I'll make it now and then just upload it in April. I don't know how I feel about that, but it's a thought. But yeah, we're learning the Song of Time, which ends up being a very critical song in this game for one annoying reason or another. Write A down, write A down. And this is probably the most important song you actually learn, Because, I mean, the teleporting songs are nice. They are, don't get me wrong. But at the same point, the Song of Time has multiple purposes. You become Adult Link with it. You can move blocks with it. Majora's Mask becomes even more important. But regardless, so we are officially about to enter the castle again to actually become Adult Link. And I really don't know what to say to occupy 8.5 minutes more of video. Because I'm going to be honest, guys, I'm bored watching myself play this game. Because it's all cutscenes. There's no skill in this part. There's no technique, really. It's just talk. Talk, talk, talk. And I don't read the dialogue off. So there'd be no reason for that either. It's just one of those things where it's like I'm trying to squeeze myself through it as fast as possible, and there's just no way around it. So sorry if that bothers you guys. I really am, but what can you do? And if you notice, we never went into the temple time before. It's a time-saving technique. We don't really I don't think we go to Ganon's castle until the end of the game, typically. Because you can go over there when you become Adult Link, look at the cutscene, and get the gold sculpture that's sitting there. But I'd rather just wait it out until we have all the medallions and then go. That way we don't have to do that annoying cutscene and then leave and blah 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 blah. I'm just kind of rambling at this point. And I really am sorry that this video is going to suck so bad. It probably wasn't going to be any better with the audio of the actual video. But at least then you get to hear, Ganondorf's laugh. I mean, we don't get to hear that now. And that's a disappointment for me. Like, that has ruined my day. Because that was the best part of the game. When he laughs like that. The best part. But, I mean, what can we do? And now we get to have Navi talk. Because we're too stupid to realize that's the Master Sword. Which I guess, granted, they haven't made any reference to yet. So, I guess, in theory, there would be no way to know it's the Master Sword. But at the same point, it's like, do we really have to watch Navi fly over there? And be like, it's the legendary blade. The Master Sword. Now we have to walk over there. It's like, why couldn't Link have walked over there with Navi? Granted, I'm nitpicking, because really, I have nothing else to talk about. I did not think this through at all. I guess what I can do is, this will be going up Saturday. So, tomorrow, we will be doing a Q&A. So, if you have questions for that, Twitter. That's all good, guys. That's how all my questions. Ask FM works, too. But Twitter will probably be the better way to go. On Tuesday, we will be doing a Tuesday tirade video. I don't know what I'm going to be doing it about. Typically, that's kind of a let's see how it goes throughout the week kind of thing, and I come up with the idea Tuesday and work off of it. On Wednesday, we'll be putting up another part where we will be getting the hook shot, and I believe getting the Goron tunic and entering the Fire Temple. So that'll be a relatively interesting part. On Thursday, I don't know what we'll be doing. We'll probably be doing that top 10 YouTubers video. So again, that should be an interesting watch. Subscribe if you're interested in that. And then next Friday will be a Friday Flatteries video. Granted, I don't know, I'm not enjoying that series at all. The Tuesday Tirade series is nice because there's like anger in there and I can get into it. I have options for what to talk to. Or what to talk about. But the Friday Flattery series is just, it's so much, it's so forced and I never have anything positive to talk about. But, I mean, maybe I just need to work on it. But that was the original idea, that it would be the antithesis of Tuesday Tirade. That way, when I was in an irritated mood, I could put something positive up. And then, hopefully balance out the hostility of the Tuesday Tirade series. But nobody's watching it. I'm not enjoying making it. Who knows if it'll continue. I don't know what would take its place, to be honest. But then next Saturday we'll be beating... I don't think we'll be beating the Fire Temple. I think we do a large chunk and get the Volvagia. But I don't think we beat him in that part. I don't think so. And then next Sunday will be part 3 of the Best Zelda Game series. Which hopefully you all are really excited for. Because nobody's really watching that either. It's been a very disappointing year so far, guys. Like, really? I'm gonna put up 300 videos on YouTube, and I'm getting like a handful of views on each video. It's like less than they used to be. It's like very frustrating, very frustrating. I'm probably just not putting up interesting enough videos that are, making people want to click on the videos. But it's like, I mean, I guess I knew better when I was doing the Ocarina of Time playthrough. I knew this was going to be a low view thing. But it's one of those things where it's like, it's my favorite game. I do want to have it on the channel in some regard. Whether, should I have or not, I probably could have just played through it, got a little bit of montage material, and just put that up. But I'd rather do both, to be honest. That's just my thought. But then the other videos aren't getting many views. And that's a bummer. So if you guys are watching this and you've made it through 16 minutes of me just rambling like an idiot, doing nothing that takes skill on the screen. My skill here is smashing on the A button. That's the skill. It's probably the B button, actually, but we'll just pretend it's the A button for this statement. If you have, for real, share some of the videos on this channel with your friends, because there are some decent videos on this channel. Granted, there are a lot of crappy videos on this channel, but every channel's like that, realistically. But, yeah. And there's Navi telling us we won't be able to use some of the weapons we used as Kid Link. And there's just, I think that's one of the most annoying things about this game. Like, I get why they do it, but at the same point, it just becomes one of those things where it's like, well, if you play all of Young Link's part, basically it's a tutorial, you become Adult Link, and, like, none of your weapons are usable, really. I know people find uses for the Deku Nuts, but I never did. It's always just been one of those things that I had no interest in. And then it's like you have the bombs, but realistically, once you're Adult Link, they have like no use anymore, aside from a spot here, a spot there. I'm trying to think. I don't think you use it at all in the Fire Temple, unless you're blowing up a door. Oh, there's a door at the beginning of the dungeon. When you enter the dungeon, you turn right into that room. I think it's on the left side. You have to blow up a wall, a fake wall. I don't think there's a spot in the Forest Temple, though. The Water Temple, there's a spot, because I always forget that key. Shadow Temple, there's a spot or two. But that's basically what it boils down to. It's like you can use the bombs for here and there, and they become pretty much useless aside from that. And then it's like, well, you have the Ocarina, but realistically, the Ocarina's not a weapon. I guess that's why they had to give you the hook shot. But, yeah, like, see, look at our items. And I don't even know if I do anything else. Yeah, I guess I just look around. But, yeah. So that's about all I have to say about this. This video is pretty much done. I'll probably edit out any extra anything on the end. But if you've enjoyed the video, like, comment, share, subscribe. You all know the drill by now, so follow it. Like, really, follow it. But I'm out. Peace out, skillets.